Alright, now that I'm sober, I feel like I should make a new intro video. This is going to be a bit long, but here's the thing. I'm going to spell it out. Proof of reincarnation. Best I've ever done. Fit check. Yeah. Rune chords. Gotta love it. So, reincarnation. By the way, welcome to X over Infinity. My name's Bryce, but I go by Marcus. And here you go. As to start out, do you want to believe in reincarnation? Do you want to believe you've been alive many times before and you'll never cease to be? Because I'm the only one that can prove it 100%. I feel like I've got a divine calling that, metaphorically, I'm supposed to create 1,000 pieces of the Christ. That, metaphorically, the second coming isn't about one man. It's the multitude. But, like Jesus said, look for the truth within. The name of the Father, I am that I am. Yo soy yo. Jehovah Ho, that guy over there, that thing. It's not his real name, Jehovah Yahweh. It's Echa Shura Echa. Like Popeye. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. That's his name. Like Jesus said, anything I can do, you can do better. You can do anything better than me. Whether you believe that shit. But the point being, we're all part of the same whole. We're all connected. But this is just bullshit rhetoric. To get back to the point of absolute truth, cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am. Absolute truth right there. It's hard to argue that whatever the fuck you are, you are. This is from one's personal point of view in their subjective timeline, where God cannot unmake that you have been, where you know in absolute truth that you can see yourself being, and you sense a flow of time and change, as if you were riding along a track on a line watching a movie or some shit. And it's the little time bar at the bottom of the doobly. Oh yeah, got my bling on. So, you have an infinite timeline where you could potentially be and have been. This is approaching absolute truth still. Now imagine 1 millisecond, your lifespan, and uncountable eons. And zoom out for a second, and they'll collapse to a point. Now imagine that the life you would live as a finite being, your lifespan up to now included, is one little page in a book with infinite pages. Drop that book. Lose the page. Pick back that book up with infinite pages again. Try to open it up randomly and find the right page. This now, right now, that you are in, like a needle on a record, that is indelibly, uniquely, absolutely, necessarily true as one random point on that eternal timeline. So does that needle land on a song? What are the odds? Roll the roulette wheel. Yeah, I'm really mixing metaphors here, but these are the good ones. The equation x over infinity, it approaches 0. It's like an equal sign, a little bit like a greater than, like an arrow. It means that at its limit, it approaches absolutely nothing. Think of 0.0000 infinite zeros. After that, it doesn't matter what number it is. It's all the same shit. It's a positive, greater than 0 form of 0. It's a 2D object stacked on top of another 2D object. They both take up 0 three-dimensional space. So you see, it doesn't matter how long you've existed. And you cannot have been forever, because you cannot have counted to without end. Infinite without end. Fin, end. Finite, limited, without limits. Infinite, without end. You cannot have counted to forever. So you are not yet fully God. You have not been all things for all time. But you can know that literally, in all probability, you will never cease to be because of that equation. You can see this plainly. It's self-evident. There's no proof needed as far as evidence. It's not science. It's deeper than that. This is metaphysics. This is ontology. This isn't mysticism. This is simple analytical reasoning. And it's obvious when seen. I've spent 3,000 hours questioning the equation and the heart of the logic of it. And I've spent 30,000 hours discerning these simple things from it. There's hope. Because where do you go next? That necessitates, in all reasonable reason, boop the camera. Because where do you go next when you die? Must have a logical answer. Logically. Deductive reasoning, sound argument here, 100% watertight, if not absolute truth, once again approaching. There is a spiritual realm, give or take on what you think the word spirit means. There is something guiding the soul. There are mechanisms, organic and mechanical. There is causality behind the third eye. That spiritual realm's nature is indiscernible here. Through no methods of probing or intuition can we be sure how the soul is guided or by what forces. Yet it is, and since it is of the nature of consciousness itself, there is hope. I have seen miracles. Once again, this is just hearsay, rhetoric, effectively, compared to absolute truth. I've seen shit. So many kinds, so many ways, so many things. I believe in miracles. Look it up in the dictionary. Magic isn't real by definition. Miracles are potentially real. I've seen odds beyond any reasonable doubt. I've seen the strangest things in the clouds at the strangest times, connections between people, between moments out of time. I have a memory I can't place of someone I watched live out later on in life, as if I'd seen my past life and met them face to face. I've seen shit that defies most reasoning and any Occam's razor bullshit about the nature of reality and a magnitude of varieties. There's so much to it, but all of this is, as some people say, between you and God. But there's one data point, is I've seen shit, and a lot of people I've talked to have seen shit too. There's a reliable form of intuition that manifests in multiple forms. There's strange things and strange magics and strange purpose at play. There's also hell. It's real. And it needs to be avoided. And it's right here on earth, and so is heaven. It's up to us to manifest that honor, endure for it, pass it forward, and cooperate in coexistence to make the future better. This is my call to you. Become a piece of Christ. Spread this word. Find your path and purpose. Don't be an asshole. Be what you've got to be. Do what you've got to do. Face the truth and face the music and sing.